Hey guys, if you like this kind of Dragon Ball content, please like, share the videos and make sure to subscribe the channel to show your support. Now let's start the video.
Then you are going to tell me why you made me stop my glorious battle. It had been so many years since I had a battle worthy of someone of my own race. Tell me the true reasons for the interruption of my battle, Anubis, Osario would say. Seriously, that's right. We were barely about to begin the real battle, Goku would say. So you are a Saiyan. I had no idea that a Saiyan as powerful as Osario existed. However, I will get straight to the point. First reason, your battle was destroying everything in its path, and that affected the entire multiverse. Even my battle destroyed many planets and solar systems. But what I mean is that your battle could destroy all the universes, since they are not prepared for a multiversal battle, Anubis would say. Seriously, that is exactly what I was going to say. Even this universe can barely withstand such a magnitude of power, Shirus would say. That is a good point. But tell me, what is the second reason? Osario would say. It turns out that before coming to this universe, I felt a great ki coming from another multiverse. That's right, the parallel multiverse. Apparently, the universe where Cooler was is the closest to the parallel multiverse. However, that is not the point. It turns out that this ki is very familiar. That's right, it belongs to the young Psycho, Anubis would say. Seriously? What did you just say? Psycho's ki is in the multiverse of Xeno-sama? From this distance I cannot sense Psycho, but I have to hear what else Anubis has to say. Goku would say, who would return to Super Saiyan 4. Are you saying that the kid, Alita's son, is in the parallel multiverse? That means Queen Alita is also alive. That's right. However, I could also sense another ki. Apparently Psycho was fighting someone truly powerful. That subject's ki rivaled the ki of a king of all, Anubis would say. Seriously? Could it be Xeno-sama? My son Psycho is stronger than Xeno-sama. It is likely someone else, Goku would say. Seriously? Did you just say your son? That means Alita is your wife? Is that why you have such great power? Anubis would say, surprised. Psycho is my son. However, Alita is not my wife. I met her many years ago. It is a long story. But what matters now is that Psycho is alive. I have to go to Xeno-sama's multiverse. I have to know if Alita is alive. It would be best if you protect this multiverse. We do not know if the creator god himself may appear, Goku would say. Seriously? I see. However, how will you manage to reach the parallel multiverse? No supreme god is capable of traveling between multiverses, Osario would say. That's right, Goku. You will not be able to reach the parallel multiverse, since it is still a mystery how you were capable of arriving here, Shirus would say. You know, I was locked inside a time chamber where one day inside the chamber was. During that period of time, I was there for thousands of years and trained all my techniques to get the maximum benefit from them. I searched for the origins of the technique called instant transmission, and I was able to take it to another level, Goku would say. Instant transmission? You are talking about the technique possessed by the Kais millions of years ago? The technique of traveling anywhere simply by thinking about it? Anubis would say. That's right, but this technique is at its maximum capacity, which gives me the advantage of traveling between multiverses, Goku would say. Meanwhile, in Xeno-sama's multiverse, the planet on which Psycho and Vegeta were located was suffering great destruction. The two enormous kiss they both emitted created many gusts of wind that swept away everything in their path. The storms continued, and lightning bolts struck all across the battlefield. The two Saiyans stared fixedly at one another and were at their maximum powers, making all the universes tremble. This is my moment, Psycho. You should have stayed in your multiverse, because this will be the place where you stop living. You made a mistake by messing with the family of the Saiyan prince. This time, you will not leave this planet alive, Vegeta would say. Seriously, you are a bastard, Vegeta. Us Saiyans obtain power through our own efforts. We Saiyans break our limits to become stronger through training. Right now, I am at my limit, and you will see what the demigod Saiyan is capable of when he is furious, Psycho would say. In the blink of an eye, Vegeta would make use of his transformation. At a terrifying speed, he would place himself behind Psycho with a powerful and devastating kick. Psycho would quickly dodge the blow. Vegeta's kick had been so lethal that it produced a powerful gust of wind that shattered the ground. However, Psycho would quickly begin his attack against Vegeta. Both would begin exchanging punches throughout the sky, creating shockwaves and gusts of wind. The impacts of their fists made all the universes rumble, and many dimensional cracks were created in the universes. As Psycho and Vegeta's fists collided, they would destroy reality itself, causing great earthquakes. Both Saiyans delivered powerful punches that made everything tremble. At incredible speed, Psycho landed a powerful punch on Vegeta's face. Vegeta would retreat several meters. However, he would quickly receive a powerful kick to the abdomen that would send him crashing into a rock, destroying it upon impact. Vegeta, with his aura, would blow apart all the rubble and, at impressive speed, would land a powerful punch on Psycho's abdomen. Vegeta would grab him by the face and slam him into the ground, creating an enormous crater. Vegeta would rise into the sky and prepare a powerful attack. He would quickly launch it. However, Psycho would emerge from the crater and also unleash a powerful attack. Both attacks would collide, creating an enormous explosion that would wipe out half the planet, leaving destruction throughout the universe. Is that all, Psycho? I clearly heard that you were going to finish me off. However, I see that now you are not as tough as before. What happened to that arrogance you had? Vegeta would say. The same should be said by me, Vegeta. You accepted more power in exchange for defeating me. How low you have sunk. My grandfather is being used, or should I say, the Creator God. When he no longer needs you, he will finish you and all your loved ones around you. You are very stupid, Vegeta. He did the same thing to my father. He granted him an increase in power, and when he no longer needed him, he tried to end his life, Psycho would say. Meanwhile, in an unknown place, the Creator God watched. So that weak Saiyan became very powerful. He agreed to annihilate Psycho in exchange for power. If he does not succeed, I will have to pay him a visit very soon. However, now I must get rid of Son Goku, the Creator God would say. No matter how strong Psycho's opponent is, he will not lose to anyone. And you, Father, will regret it, because you cannot keep me here forever. Your days are numbered, Alita would say. Say whatever you want, Alita. However, your mother was once the only one who witnessed all of my power. Anyone who comes to witness all of my power does not live for long, because I am the Creator God, the strongest in all existence, the creator of all multiverses, the Creator God would say. Returning to Zenith Sama's multiverse, specifically Universe 7 on Vegeta's planet. What the hell is happening? That immense key belongs to Vegeta. How is it possible that they have so much power? Their power can be felt throughout all the universes. Furthermore, his key is so great that it rivals the king of all. But that other key appeared out of nowhere. It is also at the level of a king of all. What could have happened to Vegeta? This cannot be something good, since that other key resembles Son Goku's very much, Whis would say. Returning to the battlefield, throughout the universe in which they were located, the powerful impacts of the punches they exchanged echoed everywhere. Both unleashed flurries of punches and kicks at great speed, leaving fire and explosions all over the planet. Explosions occurred across the entire planet. The Saiyans were at another level. However, their battle had to end. The multiverse was being affected. The impacts of their fists left craters all over the planet. Volcanoes were erupting. It was like fighting in the underworld. Both Saiyans had wounds on their bodies and were at their limits. Damn insect, how can you keep up with my new level? With this power, I should be able to defeat you. Those unpredictable movements are without a doubt Ultra Instinct, Vegeta would say. Just as I told you, Vegeta, I am a Saiyan who has Ultra Instinct at another level. I have trained Ultra Instinct my entire life. So let's finish this once and for all. I cannot keep wasting time with vermin like you, Psycho would say, as his aura appeared around him. I agree with you, Insect. It is time for this battle to reach its end, Vegeta would shout, increasing his power and creating many tornadoes. Psycho, with both hands, created a powerful attack that resembled a Kamehameha. Psycho's attack released an enormous ki that made the entire universe tremble. Nevertheless, Vegeta would not be left behind and began preparing a powerful final flash. The incredible sphere of ki formed in both. Hands contained an enormous amount of ki. Vegeta's veins were bulging, and lightning crackled across his body. Meanwhile, in Alita's multiverse, I am ready. I have sensed Psycho's ki, and apparently the other one that belongs to Vegeta has so much power. I am sure this is the work of the Creator God. I will have to arrive and stop that battle. I cannot allow things to continue as they are now, Goku would say. Seriously, Son Goku, be careful and do not die yet. Our battle has not ended yet, Osario would say. The same goes for you. Thank you very much for everything, Shirus. I promise you that when this is over, I will come see you again, Goku would say with a smile. Osario would only nod with a smile. Good. Keep that parallel multiverse safe. Meanwhile, we will await the arrival of the Creator God, Anubis would say. Goku would only nod, place 2 fingers on his forehead, and quickly disappear. Meanwhile, in the multiverse where the battle between Psycho and Vegeta was taking place, they had charged all of their maximum power into a single attack, where the winner of the confrontation would be decided. With this, I am the winner, the great Vegeta. I cannot afford to lose this battle. I have to win no matter what, Vegeta would say, as he launched the powerful attack. And do you think I will stay behind? I am the demigod Saiyan, son of the goddess Alita, Saiyan, son of Goku, because I am the strongest, Psycho would shout as he launched his own powerful attack. Both attacks traveled at a terrifying speed, and, at the same time, left behind waves of fire that swept away all the rubble on the ground. The 2 attacks finally collided, and an impressive shockwave caused all nearby planets to disappear. The 2 attacks had been so powerful that they exploded, taking with them the entire planet and half the universe. The whole universe was engulfed in chaos and destruction. Both Saiyans appeared on another planet and had very little energy remaining. They were at their limits. Vegeta had wounds across his body and blood in his mouth. He also had bruises and was barely able to remain standing. On the other hand, Psycho also had wounds and bruises all over his body. He was at his limit just like Vegeta. Both Saiyans had been caught in part of the explosion, which had left them in terrible condition. They even had burns on their bodies. You insect, how the hell are you still alive? You should have died in that explosion that nearly cost me my life as well. You should not have so much power, because I have been granted Omni power, Vegeta would say. speaking with difficulty because he was at his limit. The same goes for you. How can a pest like you still breathe? You were supposed to leave this world in that attack. I put all my power into making that happen. This must be a joke, Psycho would say. You said it yourself, insect. Now let's end everything, because right now you will not have another opportunity to keep breathing. Kakarot may not agree with taking your life, but I have to do it, Vegeta would say as his aura flared up once more. I agree with that, Vegeta. You will regret coming to this universe. Right now I will finish you without exceptions, because I do not intend to keep wasting time with garbage like you, Vegeta, Psycho would say. Using his last reserves of energy, Psycho would also release his aura. Both Saiyans stared at each other, knowing that one of them would not leave the confrontation alive. Meanwhile, in Universe 7, what was that explosion that spread throughout the entire universe? It came from where Vegeta is fighting with. But right now, Vegeta's ki has decreased drastically, and the other ki as well. It seems both were affected by that explosion. One of them will not survive. But I still wonder how Vegeta obtained so much power, Whis would say. Meanwhile, in the palace, so Vegeta is facing the son of my sister, Alita. This is truly interesting. I have no idea how Vegeta reached that level in such a short time. Psycho has surpassed all my abilities, just like that Saiyan Vegeta. I wonder how Psycho arrived in this multiverse. Whatever the case, Vegeta may not survive that confrontation, Zeno-sama would say. Returning to the universe where the battle was taking place, great craters were forming across the planet, and thunderous booms filled the sky. The fight between Vegeta and Psycho had begun once again. Both Saiyans exchanged powerful punches, each receiving great damage. Vegeta, with a punch covered in energy, struck Psycho hard in the face, causing him to spit blood and stumble backward. However, Psycho would not stay behind. With a very fast kick, he struck Vegeta squarely in the abdomen, causing him to spit blood, and with a punch, he buried him into the ground. Psycho quickly grabbed Vegeta by the face and dragged him across the rocks, leaving behind a huge crater. Meanwhile, Goku appeared on the battlefield. He watched the powerful booms in the sky that shook the entire planet and witnessed the intense battle between Psycho and Vegeta, who now both had very low ki. The multiverse is receiving enormous damage. I have to stop this battle, even if this is not proper behavior for a Saiyan. But if I do not do it, nobody will. Apparently Zeno-sama loves entertainment, and that is why he does not intervene. Now I understand why Daishinkan took the throne away from him, Goku would say. Meanwhile, Psycho and Vegeta were at their limits and covered in injuries, yet their fight to the death continued across the planet. I have to stop this battle right now. However, to do so, I will reveal my new power. I was saving it to use against Osario until we were interrupted. I never thought I would reach this level. Through meditation, I have controlled the evil energy that flowed through my veins. Good. This is the moment, Goku would say. Goku then returned to his base form. Meanwhile, Psycho and Vegeta, at their maximum speeds, were about to clash fists when they suddenly felt a brutal power that made them sweat with fear. The pressure emitted by that ki was so heavy that it forced both Saiyans down to the ground. What the hell is this ki? Who is that person, and how did he appear out of nowhere? Wait, could it be Kakarot? No. I cannot believe he possesses this ki, Vegeta would say in shock. That astonishing ki belongs to my father. I cannot believe that all this time he has been training to obtain such tremendous power. His ki is so monstrous that my body cannot stop trembling. I wonder what kind of training he underwent, Psycho would say, stunned. With every step Goku took, the ground cracked, and the planet could barely withstand the magnitude of the pressure. He stood in front of Psycho and Vegeta with a serious expression. Right now, I have many questions. However, your battle ends here. You are destroying the entire universe. Listen to me, Vegeta. It would be better if you returned to your universe immediately, Goku would say. What are you saying? I am surprised you are still alive. However, it is not what you think happened. Besides, I cannot stand by doing nothing. Psycho is standing right in front of me, and I cannot waste the opportunity to annihilate him, Vegeta would say. Try it if you can, Vegeta, Psycho would reply. However, in less than a second, Goku disappeared from both of their sight. Before either could react, Vegeta received a powerful punch to the abdomen that made him spit blood. Vegeta fell unconscious and lost his transformation. I said the battle is over. Psycho, right now we have work to do, Goku would say. What the hell just happened? In my son's multiverse Xena-sama, that heavenly and apocalyptic power reached even this place. What does all of this mean? That key undoubtedly belongs to Son Goku, but how? How did he obtain that power? With a single blow he defeated Vegeta in his Omni-God form. How is it possible that a Saiyan possesses so much power? I thought he was at Osario's level. That Saiyan will ruin my plans. He has reached the final stage, like the Dragon God. He only needs to perfect that power, and when he does, it will be my end. I cannot allow that to happen, the Creator God would say, sweating with fear for the first time in his life. Alita noticed that the Creator God was sweating as if something terrified him. What the hell? My father seems to be trembling with fear. I do not recognize that key because it emits a terrifying pressure, but I am sure my father fears that power. Is it possible that it belongs to Psycho or Goku? If that is the case, then we have a chance to end my father's reign, Alita would say. She was still trapped in a room where she could not use her powers. Meanwhile, in another multiverse, do you feel that, Osario? That key belongs to Goku. His key reaches this multiverse with such ease. Apparently he was holding back during the battle he had against you. I cannot believe he hid so much power. With this, I am sure we have an opportunity now that Psycho is also on our side, Shyrus would say. Seriously, Shyrus, we will have to give everything in the final battle. An apocalypse is coming, one that even we, supreme gods, will not be able to handle. Son Goku truly is a Saiyan to be feared. He has managed to surpass legendary power, Osario would say, with a slight smile of satisfaction. I am proud that I saved Goku's life. When I first saw him, I doubted him because the Saiyans of the past were cruel and evil, bloodthirsty, and wished to destroy everything in their path. That is why I doubted Goku, even more when I realized he belonged to this multiverse. But he turned out to be the complete opposite. I truly did the right thing by saving him. He brought us a light of hope, Shyrus would say with a small smile. You did the right thing, Shyrus. You followed your instincts. Now, we must be prepared, because there are now fewer supreme gods, due to the deaths of God Cooler, Frieza, and God Machina, Osario would say. Meanwhile, in Xeno-sama's multiverse, Goku had returned to his base state because he had not yet perfected his new transformation. Goku and Psycho were now on another planet, where they were having a tense and interesting conversation. So, Father, are you going to tell me why you betrayed us and decided to trust the words of the Creator God? Psycho would say. Listen to me, Psycho. You know very well that I fell into the Creator God's game. He showed me another point of view, in which he seemed like a good person. But it was the complete opposite, because after he had stained his hands by annihilating Daishinkan, he also caused Vegeta to fall into his game. Goku would say, "I knew it, father. I only wanted to hear your true version. However, that is why you did not decide to annihilate Vegeta, isn't it? Because he is only a puppet of the Creator God." Psycho would say, "Exactly, Psycho. However, do you know how Vegeta became so strong? He possessed a power that competed with that of a king of all," Goku would say. "And Vegeta obtained that power in exchange for serving the Creator God. But that should not be surprising. The real question is, how are you still alive, and how did you obtain that power?" "Could I also reach that transformation?" Psycho would say. "I survived with the help of the Supreme Goddess Shyrus. She saved my life because, for some strange reason, I arrived in that multiverse. However, this power was obtained by releasing all the power of a dragon god, and also with the help of meditation," Goku would say. "So you arrived in my mother's multiverse and met the goddess Shyrus. That is impressive," Psycho would say. "Good, Psycho. Now let's move on to the topic that interests us. Do you know where your mother is? We cannot keep wasting time. We have to finish off the Creator God before he reaches your mother's multiverse," Goku would say. "As much as you want to save my mother, I do not know where she is. The Creator God must be together with her in a world that we are incapable of reaching. My theory is that we must wait for the arrival of the Creator God, because we have no other alternatives," Psycho would say. "Damn it, that's true. It is the only alternative. However, we can use this time to train. You still need to become stronger. We will not have to worry, because Anubis will keep me informed when the Creator God makes his arrival," Goku would say. "Those are excellent news, because I need to train my body and increase my power if I want to save my mother. Then let us not waste any more time," Psycho would say. "However, we will also need Vegeta's help, even though he chose the coward's path, because we do not know how powerful the Creator God can become. That is the reason why Vegeta is with Whis in Universe 7. However, now we do not have much time," Goku would say seriously. "Meanwhile, in a place very far beyond all reality, we move to an angelic world. More specifically, to a realm where an all-powerful being lived. Brother, what is all of this that you have caused? You are destroying all of your creation, and because of that your creations are rebelling against your power. Our parents will not agree with your actions. Furthermore, you have betrayed your own family. I am sorry, brother, but I will have to speak with our parents and give you the punishment you deserve. We are the presences. We must not fill our heads with more power. The brother of the Creator God, named Genos, or better known as the God of Wisdom, would say. The god Genos, using one of his techniques, would disappear. We now find ourselves in a completely different world from anything we have seen before. It was a place where one could feel a presence that, merely by being near it, could make you disappear with a single glance. Genos would arrive at that place and immediately kneel. "Hello, parents. I have come before you seeking a request," he would say. "Tell me, Genos, what is happening? However, your mother is not in this place at the moment. Apparently your sister had a small inconvenience, and I need your mother's help. But tell me, what is the purpose of your visit?" The celestial presence would say. "I understand, Father. Well, it turns out that my brother, Abyss, has caused an apocalypse in his multiverses to the point that his own creations have rebelled against him. We creator gods guide the kings so that they maintain peace in their multiverses, but my brother has done the complete opposite. I need your approval so that I can repair my brother's mistake and bring him here for his punishment, the God of Wisdom would say. I understand the situation, my son, and I am grateful that you have come. It is very clear that you love your brother and want what is best for him. Besides, if your mother finds out that Hades is causing all this disaster, she will become angry, and I do not want that. Therefore, I grant you permission to correct your brother's mistakes and bring him before me, the celestial presence would say. I will not disappoint you, Father. I will bring Hades back to this world. I will make my greatest effort not to break the rules, Genos would say. It is good that you have not forgotten what the rules are. The most important one, do not betray our own. Also, creator gods cannot fight among themselves. Bring your brother back without the need for battle, because if you do, your entire reality along with your brother's reality will disappear. In your brother's world there exists a Saiyan who possesses the power to face a creator god. Do you know anything about that? The angelic presence would say. Regarding the Saiyan who may surpass my brother as the god of wisdom, I know that this Saiyan is trying to stop my brother. However, there is no evil within him. Therefore, that Saiyan may be the key to stopping my brother without the need for my intervention. I will speak with the Saiyan son Goku, Genos would say. I leave this in your hands, Genos. I trust that you will do the right thing, the angelic presence would say. Genos would bow and disappear from that world. Returning to Xeno-sama's multiverse, 2 days had passed. During those days, Goku and Psycho had been training. Psycho trained without rest in order to increase his power and save his mother. The results Psycho was achieving were impressive. Without a doubt, his potential was monstrous because he had only been training for 2 days and his power had increased greatly. Meanwhile, Goku had trained his body, but his main priority had been meditation. He spent an entire day meditating in order to gain complete control over his new transformation, the transformation capable of surpassing a creator god. Meanwhile, in Universe 7, Vegeta was also training together with his angel Whis in order to help Kakarot defeat the creator god, since that was the only way he could assist him. So, Vegeta, are you training to obtain the power of that creator god you told me about? Whis would say. If I want to help Kakarot, I must reach that transformation again. The creator god called it Super Saiyan Omni-God, Vegeta would say seriously. Meanwhile, the creator god, whose name had finally been revealed as Hades, had once come from the world of the angelic presences, where he met a very powerful goddess, and together they created 2 multiverses. However, Hades became consumed by a thirst for power, believing himself to be the strongest and above everyone else. He reached the point of betraying his wife and erasing her from existence. I have a bad feeling. I sense a tremendous force that is about to be unleashed. It could be that Saiyan, Goku. However, it is time for everyone to pay the price. It is time for the apocalypse, and no one will be able to escape from me. I will annihilate them all, if necessary. Nobody can be above me. Hades, the creator god, would say. Meanwhile, in Xeno-sama's multiverse, powerful punches and kicks echoed throughout the entire planet, causing it to tremble violently. Craters were forming all across the battlefield, destroying everything in their path. Goku was engaged in a training battle while transformed into Super Saiyan 4. That transformation possessed tremendous power. On the other hand, Psycho was fighting at Goku's speed with remarkable ease, and the two were colliding fists at incredible velocity. That's it, Psycho. You learn very quickly. I am using all of my speed in this transformation, and you are keeping up with me without any effort. I am truly surprised. Because you have surpassed the power of a king of all in such a short time, Goku would say as he threw powerful punches. I know, Father. I am barely stretching my muscles. The training I underwent increased my power so much that I am capable of defeating Vegeta with that strange transformation, Psycho would say with a confident smile, while easily dodging his father's attacks. The two continued fighting at high speed. Psycho was stopping Goku's punches with only one hand, and Goku was still holding back. Is that all, Father? Show me the transformation you obtained, because this is starting to become very boring, and I do not want to end the battle under these circumstances. Psycho would say with a smile. I am not sure whether you truly want to see that transformation for yourself, that power. But I have something that you definitely have not seen, Goku would say. In the blink of an eye, Goku accessed Super Saiyan Dragon God. The immense power released by Goku created a powerful gust of wind that shattered the ground and forced Psycho to slide back several meters. Psycho was left stunned by the immense power of his father. Goku's power reached every corner of the universes and undoubtedly caused the gods of destruction and their angels to tremble. This is what I am talking about. Psycho, the power of a dragon god. I was able to test this immense power against the supreme god Osario. I must say, it is a surprising power, especially because I perfected it very quickly, Goku would say seriously. So you were hiding that transformation as well. I must admit that this tremendous ki competes with my own. In that case, I will not fall behind either. I will fight until I do not have a single drop of energy left, Psycho declared. Immediately, a powerful aura surrounded Psycho's body, and he caused the entire multiverse to tremble. Goku smiled, because Psycho had surpassed the power of his mother Alita, and had exceeded all expectations. You know, Psycho, you have surpassed my expectations. I must say that you have become incredibly strong in a very short time. Just as you said, I propose that we continue our battle. This is only the beginning, Goku would say. Suddenly, Goku felt a chill from something that was approaching. That is an excellent idea, Father. Then let us begin, Psycho would say as he assumed a battle stance. What the hell was that? I felt a monstrous presence approaching this world, but it was probably just my imagination, because it disappeared immediately, Goku would think to himself. Nevertheless, Psycho moved faster than light, and appeared in front of Goku with a direct punch. Goku quickly dodged it, though with some difficulty. Meanwhile, Genos was about to arrive in the world where Goku and Psycho were located, but he suddenly stopped. Very well. I am about to enter the multiverse, where my brother's grandson and the Saiyan Goku are located. I can sense how much they have increased their ki. However, I must hide my own ki. I do not want to attract my brother's attention yet, Genos thought. Genos concealed his ki until it resembled that of an android, and at great speed he headed toward the multiverse where Psycho and Goku were located. Meanwhile, in a world far removed from all existing life, well, it is time to leave this world. The apocalypse approaches for all those mortals who disobeyed my orders, and that includes you as well, Alita, the creator god would say. Try to stop them, and I assure you that you will not be able to. Goku and Psycho are out there, and I have no doubt that they will destroy you. Your end is approaching, Father. And the worst part is that it will come at the hands of two Saiyans. Tell me, what will you do when that moment arrives? Alita would say. I see that you still doubt my power, because you have never witnessed it. However, I will put an end to all of this right now. We will see each other again very soon, Alita. Those were the Creator God's words before he extended his hand and sent Alita into a pocket dimension. The Creator God emitted a flash of light, finally disappeared from the palace, and headed toward the multiverse where the supreme gods were located. Meanwhile, in Zeno-sama's multiverse, Universe 7 on Vegeta's planet, Vegeta was training inside a dimension where gravity had been increased thanks to Whis' staff. Vegeta's current objective was to once again reach that strange transformation which the Creator God had called Super Saiyan Omni-God. Damn it, what am I doing wrong? I have trained until my muscles tear apart, and even so, I cannot obtain that power. When I try, I can feel that power within me, but I am unable to release it. Apparently, my body cannot withstand such a tremendous amount of ki. In that case, I will have to train my body to become more resistant. If that is the answer, then I will not give up. I will show that Creator God that he cannot treat me like his puppet. You will regret this, Creator God, Vegeta would say seriously. Meanwhile, outside that dimension, Vegeta has already spent 2 days inside that dimension. Apparently he is trying to surpass himself and face the Creator God he told me about. However, I am surprised that Goku is still alive, although it is not surprising because he is very powerful enough to defeat the Grand Priest. But apparently the Grand Priest did not know about the existence of an omnipotent god. I wonder why Zeno-sama hid it, since he was the only one who knew about the existence of the Creator God. I still cannot comprehend that there is a god so powerful that he stands far above Zeno-sama, Whis would say. Meanwhile, Goku and Psycho were making the entire universe tremble with the impacts of their fists. They had reached an astonishing level of power and had already destroyed half the planet. They exchanged powerful punches, yet neither of them stepped back. Whenever Goku landed a powerful punch, Psycho returned it with even greater force. The two Saiyans continued exchanging punches at incredible speed. One more impact and the planet would have exploded into pieces. Goku and Psycho were about to clash fists once again, when an unknown individual arrived on the battlefield and stopped both of their punches. The Saiyans immediately jumped back and assumed battle stances. What the hell just happened? That person appeared out of nowhere and stopped the fight as if it were nothing. He stopped us with only one hand, and he doesn't even possess any ki. Goku would say seriously. This guy is incredibly strong. He stopped both my father and me with complete ease, yet I still cannot sense any ki from him. He simply appeared out of nowhere, and I have never seen him before. Is he also from my mother's multiverse? There cannot be anyone this strong in that multiverse. Did the Creator God send him? Psycho would say seriously. The God of Wisdom, called Genos, looked at Goku and Psycho, analyzing their powers and the durability of their bodies. Well, so this is Son Goku, and that other Saiyan is my brother's grandson. Interesting. I can see that Goku is Psycho's father. I also noticed that Son Goku is hiding tremendous power, and apparently he was engaged in a training battle. Genos would think to himself, "Hey, you, who the hell are you? Did the Creator God send you?" Psycho would say. "Calm down, I did not come to cause problems. First of all, let me introduce myself. I am Genos, better known as the God of Wisdom," Genos would say. "I've never heard of you. Tell me, do you belong to another multiverse?" Goku would ask as he returned to his Super Saiyan 4 form. "Nothing like that. I come from a world that you would not be able to comprehend. However, I know that you are Goku. I know about Psycho's power. I know everything. I know that my brother, the Creator God of these multiverses, is causing an apocalypse. However, I am here to help," Genos would say seriously.